Hey guys, we're back again with another Master Duel deck profile. But before we get with the deck profile, I just want to say leave a like, comment down below if you like the video, give me any feedback that you may have. But let's just get right into the deck. So the deck profile I have for you today is for Ghoti. This is the deck that I've been playing so far in the World Championship qualifiers. Just kind of trying to have some fun with it. I can't take all the credit for this deck profile. I actually got inspired to make this deck from another channel that I saw. I'll leave a link in the description down below for that. I do have a couple of games to show you after the deck profile is over. So we're playing one copy of Supe to go with our 3 copy of Dustwalker. So you just discard a card, special summons itself from the hand, and then special summons the Supe from the hand or deck. 3 copies of Princess. On summon, it banish itself, special summons a fish from the deck. 2 Psy Reflector. On summon, it can add a assault card. So you're going to be adding the beast, and then beast will add the trap, and then Psy Reflector can revive the beast from the graveyard and manipulate its levels. So you can either make a 6 or an 8 with this deck. 2 Maxi, 3 copies of Paces. So this card can banish itself from the field during your turn to special a fish from the hand. If it's banished during the next standby phase, it comes back. On your opponent's turn, you can, during the main phase, perform a Synchro Summon. 3 copies of Shift. So this card can banish itself from the graveyard to buff one of your waters by 500. When it's banished, just like Paces, it comes back during the standby phase, and during the main phase on your opponent's turn, you can perform a Synchro Summon. 1 copy of Zep. In my mind, this is the worst of the lower level fish. So you can banish itself from the hand to banish a fish from the graveyard. That effect doesn't really come up, but if you banish it during your opponent's turn, it instantly comes back, and then on summon, you can perform a Synchro Summon. 2 copies of Ash Blossom. 1 Assault Beast. 2 Angler, just a free extender to special from the hand. 3 Lifeless Leaf Fish. So this card on summon can send a fish from your deck to the graveyard. It can also banish itself from the graveyard, target 3 fish in your grave, shuffle them back into the deck, and then draw a card. 1 Abyss Shark. If you control all waters, it specials itself from the hand and then adds you another fish. This card can also be used as a level 3, 4, or 5 if you use it for an XC summon. 3 Snowpio. So this is the best Ghoti card in the main deck. So on the main phase, quick effect, you can banish 2 fish from your graveyard. It special summons itself, and then on special summon, you target a face-up card on the field. The next time that card would leave the field, you can banish it. So you can target the Snowpios. It gets banished when you perform a Synchro Summon with it, and then you banish another fish from your graveyard and you get to add it back to your hand. 2 Ready Fusion to go with our 3 targets that we have in our extra deck to make. 2 Emergency Teleport to bring out the Psy Reflector. 2 Call By. 1 Crossout Designator. So the really cool thing about this card in this deck in particular is that you can actually banish one of your smaller fish. So that way it will come back during your opponent's turn. So not only can it stop hand traps, but it's also just an extender. 1 Assault Mode Activate to go with the Psy Reflector package, and then 2 copies of Imperm. So in the extra deck, we have our Ready Fusion targets. We have Alvane, which is just a level 2 tuner. Rare Fish, it's just a level 4. And 1 Roaring Ocean Snake, it's just a level 6. 2 copies of Serpent of the Ghoti. So on summon, it banishes a fish from the deck. And if it's used as a Synchro Summon, you can target a fish in your graveyard, banish it, and then add a fish with the same level or lower from your deck to your hand. 1 copy of Stardust Dragon to go with our Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. So when this card is made, you bring back a level 2 or lower tuner from your grave. During the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this card, special summon the Stardust from your extra deck, and then perform a Synchro Summon. 1 White Aura Whale. So on Synchro Summon, it destroys all your opponent's attack position monsters. This card can attack 2 monsters during each battle phase. It performs piercing damage, which is kind of neat. And if this card leaves the field because of your opponent, you can banish a fish and then it comes right back as a tuner. 2 copies of Azcan. So on Synchro Summon, you target a fish that you control and a face-up card that your opponent controls, banish both. And then if this card is banished, you can banish a fish from the graveyard and it comes back to the field. 1 Baron, 1 Shishao, 1 Ghoti of the Deep Beyond. So if this card is Synchro Summon on your opponent's turn, it banishes every card on both players' field. This card comes back during the next standby phase after it was banished, and then it also gains 500 attack for every banished monster, not just yours. 1 Kraken, and then if the Kraken survives from a battle, you can go into Zeus. So I won't lie, this isn't the strongest deck in the world, but it is a fun deck to play. If you're looking for something that's not like meta tier level deck, this is a pretty good one, and I don't really think that it's the most expensive thing either. Another note that I might have about this deck is it might not seem like it does a whole lot going first, but it's one of those decks that really can snowball out of control if your opponent doesn't have the right cards to deal with yours. I run into quite a few games where just because I'm causing several chains to go off just with my fish alone, that it just like, I don't know, like infuriates my opponents and they just scoop it up from there. But yeah, guys, that's the deck profile. Let's just get right into the games.